Good morning, everybody. Dr. Rafich here from Vet Triage. It is 7:37 a.m. Pacific Time, July 18th. Thanks, everybody who watches on the playback. Thank you for the support. And feel free to donate, subscribe, follow, do all the things. We are going to talk about veterinary care and why it costs money. How can these damn vets charge for services? God, it's crazy. Crazy. It's all about the money. So this is a common frustration in veterinary medicine amongst veterinary staff. It's also a frustration with pet owners that veterinary medicine should be absolutely free, plain and simple. And it's such a dumb question. It's hard to even address it, but essentially, everything costs money. The veterinarian has to pay for the staff. They have to pay for the building and the utilities, the equipment. The rent. This stuff costs money, and so veterinarians can't function if they're giving away their services for free. It just doesn't make any sense. There's no other profession in our history that gets hit with this level of criticism for actually charging for services. It's insane. So, this may be a short video because that's about all I have to say about it. It's the dumbest thing. But let's talk about it, I guess, maybe a bit more. You would never go into any other establishment and demand free care. You wouldn't go to a grocery store and say, hey, can I pay you next week for this milk? I don't have it today, but I'll pay next week. It never. You pay for services that were rendered at the time they were rendered, plain and simple. There are some services that you have to pay later or whatever. You can pay in installments and things. And there are financial assistance programs and things that veterinarians can offer. There's government stuff. There's donations. There's rescues and shelters. There's a whole plethora of resources to help pet owners who can't afford veterinary care to help take care of their pets. But I'm not even talking about veterinary care being too expensive for pet owners. I'm talking about charging at all, anything for it. And the idea that a veterinarian should be giving away their advice after spending most of their adult life in college, in higher education, to become a veterinarian is preposterous and unprofessional and rude. So there you go. Now, is veterinary medicine is veterinary care expensive? Yeah, it can be, and the prices are only going up. That part of it is unfortunate, and veterinarians can charge whatever it is that they want to charge. So, it does depend on the region, depends on the individual hospital, depends on the owners of the hospital. Is it corporate owned? Is it privately owned? These things affect the price. Are you talking about emergency care, specialty care, general practice? Is it a pop-up clinic, spay-neuter clinic, vaccine clinic, which are going to be cheaper? It's all over the place, and you have to decide based on your financial situation and what you have available to you, what you can afford, what you can have access to. So the veterinarian's job from a financial standpoint is not to give things away for free. That's not an option. They can offer any number of payment programs or financial assistance that they potentially have access to. They can educate the pet owner about a spectrum of care, not just different facilities and which ones are cheaper, more expensive, but also have poorer quality of care, higher quality of care, but also within an actual case. As you're talking to a veterinarian about your sick or injured animal, if they're offering you the gold standard and a plethora of tests and treatments, and you can't afford that, well, then that's time to talk about where can we make some sacrifices here? What tests can we get rid of? What can we do that are more essential than just doing everything that's considered gold standard? So the veterinarian's job is to work within your financial and emotional confines to help diagnose and treat your pet as best as they can. That's what the veterinarian should do in order to figure out the financial difficulties that you are having, and that's where our job is, not to give out free stuff. I see many veterinarians still they'll run tests for free, or consult with somebody for free because it's just easier that way. Some of it some of it is laziness, some of it is fear of a client being upset, some of it is fear of not getting a diagnosis. They don't run this test, and they're going to be in trouble if they don't. It's just ridiculous, and so you can't really train pet owners as easily because there's many more pet owners than there are veterinarians. But you can train veterinarians on what spectrum of care means, access to care means, how to feel better about paying for stuff that they should be, or charging for stuff that they should be charging for, and instead of trying to change the pet owning population because there's too many of them, and there's no, as far as I can tell, other than like social media and the internet, there's no formal means of trying to educate pet owners on why the thought process that pet care should be free is just idiotic. And with veterinarians, we can teach them that giving things away for free is idiotic. There's more of an established system through veterinary colleges, conferences, different websites, commonly used websites that vets will use to research information, things like that. There are ways to access veterinarians, so we're all on the same page. Okay, yeah, I think that'll probably do it for this morning. Hopefully somebody out there found this useful. Thanks for those watching on the playback, and I'll try to be on Friday, July 18th. It's going to be a bit rough, but we'll see how it. Or sorry, Friday, July 19th. I'll probably make it in the morning, and I look forward to that live stream. We'll see you then. Bye.